So the Jileka family was tragically affected by these KwaZulu-Natal floods in the past week. They've lost 5 loved ones as well as their home and belongings. Now, Nontobeko Ngcobo lost her sister and 4 nieces and nephews. KwaMoya Church took what's left of the family in, and in fact they're assisting with planning for these funerals. Our reporter Nkosikhona Duma has more for us now around what is really a devastating story in Nkosikhona. One can't even begin to find the words to describe the level of devastation and tragedy that you must be feeling there.
You're absolutely correct, and it is absolutely a traumatic, depressing scene here in KwaZulu-Natal. We keep on hearing reports of more fatalities. The last updates that was given by the Premier of KwaZulu-Natal last night was that 341 people actually passed away as a result of the torrential rains that occurred at the weekend. More than 2,000 RTP houses have been damaged, and over 4,000 informal settlements have been affected. More than 248 schools have been damaged. The road infrastructure has taken a battering, but I guess the most painful part is for those people who lost those that were dear and closest to them. And one of those people is Nontobeko Jileka Ngcobo, who lost her sister as well as her nephews and nieces. Nontobeko, mhlawumbe siqale lana kusukela ngalesa sikhathi ena kusizwa imbiko thena sekushoniwe sikhuluma futhi ngicabanga ukuthi ena ngolwesibili umndeni usunjani manje?
Kusafana nje, kusanzima kuyafana, isibo sibi, asazi ukuthi soqalaphi sihlanganise nani nje.
Muthi yena isimo sibi, mhlawumbe iziphi ingqinamba enibhekene nazo kakhulu?
Okwamanje ingqinamba nje enkulu ukuthi sibabeke kahle endlini yabo yokuphumula ngezizotha.
And just to tell you what Nontobeko has just told me right now, she's saying that the family is still undergoing tremendous pain. It's still a difficult time for them, and the main issue right now is they're troubled. They don't know how they're going to lay their brothers, their lost relatives to rest. Ngale ngathi sigcina ukukhuluma kwakhona undunankulu esifundazwe saKwaZulu-Natal, usihle zikalala ehamba nethimba ehamba even nemeya yaseThekwini. Mhlawumbe kukhona ukucaceliseka ukuthi njengohulumeni wesifundazwe eyiphi indima abazoyidlala.
Okwamanje asikutholanga kahle ukucaceliseka, kodwa ngiyacabanga ukuthi singakwazi ukuxhumana nekhansela lendawo. Ilona engazi ukuthi mhlawumbe mase sebeqedile odokotela ukuhlonza idumbu, ilona ikhansela sokwazi ukulithinta sixhumane nalo siza ukuthi isokwenza kanjani.
Umndeni sengisho amalungu omndeni siyakhuluma sigcina sikhuluma noma wakho uMamlindiwe Jileka wephatheke kabuhlungu.
Umana manje nje asilali, akulaleki kuze kuse nje sihlele isixoxa, akulaleki ubuthonga bufiki. Yena kakhulukazi nje kubuhlungu kakhulu ngoba wazama ukumdonsa usisi wami esecindezelekile konke la eveze ngesandla naye, kodwa engasakhulumi, kodwa embuka embhekile ezama ukumdonsa, uthi naye esibambile isandla sakhe, kodwa akakwazanga ukuthi akwazi ngoba wayengeke akwazi ukumsusa yonke lento eyayisimcindezelekile ngoba naye ukhulile futhi akaphilile nje.
Well, Nontobeko Jileka Ngcobo is just detailing to me right now that they haven't received full information from the office of the Premier, but they're getting assistance from the local ward councillor, and this issue pertains to the burial of her lost loved ones. She's saying that after doctors have done their assessments, they hope that they'll be able to bury their loved ones. She's also just detailed, Ayanda, about the state of her mother. You'll recall that we interviewed her a few days ago, and she was quite in a distressed state. She was visibly emotional. And what Nontobeko is telling us is that her mother, Umam Nontobeko Jileka, who not only lost her daughter, whom she described as her pillar of strength, as someone who supported her, who even bought airtime for her. She also lost her 4 grandchildren, whom she has previously told Newzroom Afrika that she adored. And she's telling us right now that her mother's situation is still the same. She's still, troubled, and she battles to sleep right now. Enye into Nontobeko esike satshelwa yona ukuthi nizonikezwa usizo kakhulukazi ngathini ngokukhuthazwa kwengqondo nangokuthi nilashwe ngokwengqondo.
Yebo, usizo sizoluthola kuma-social worker nje. Bafikile sakhuluma nabo, sase siyabona ukuthi okungcono silinde sidlulise yonke lento mase beyakwazi ukuqala ukuthi basisize, kodwa basinikezile iy'namba esobathintana kuzona, bayafika nje bazosibheka.
Njengamalunga omndeni yini mhlambe engathi nikhathazeke kakhulu ngayo kwimanje njengoba nihleli lana esontweni?
Into esikhathazeke kakhulu ukuthi masidlulile nje yonke lento sizobuso sokwenza njani, sobuyelaphi, asinalo ikhaya esuya kulona, asazi futhi ukuthi soqalaphi ngoba akekho umuntu osebenzayo la ekhaya. Abasebenzi nobhuti wami nje besanda kulahlekelwa umsebenzi, ufundile nje naye uyi-electrician, nosisi wami lo ushonile naye befunda waze wagraduate kodwa still umsebenzi angawutholanga. Naye beyiphilisa nje ngemali yegranti nemali yesibonelelo le ya 350 abantu abangasebenzi.
I understand. Nontobeko is detailing to me right now is that after the burial proceedings, the family has been promised that it will be receiving psychosocial support from the Department of Social Development here in KwaZulu-Natal, and that is of course part of efforts that the government has extended to all the victims of these particular storms. We know that from KwaZulu-Natal's Premier Sihlezi Kalala, he has said that over 40,000 people have been impacted by these particular storms. Of course, the big number of the people that have been affected are in eThekwini. So she's also now told us that their biggest concern, Nontobeko, has details to us that the family's biggest concern right now is what will happen going forward, what would happen post the burial, what would happen to them as a family, given that they are now receiving shelter at a site that the church. Yeah. Okay, she's detailing the name of this area. It's called Nkosikhona. They are receiving shelter at a compound that is used by a church during major services, and she's concerned, of course, about what will happen when Amakola, when our churchgoers come and they have to make way for them. Nontobeko. And she also might I add that she said that no one is working in this particular family, and that's their biggest concern is how they will make ends meet. Nontobeko, kodwa laba abansizayo mhlawumbe ikhona ithemba abanikeza lona.
Okwamanje nje besingakazi lutho nje besingakatholi yonke information egcwele asazi. Ngoba akekho umuntu oke wafika wasitshela njengoba emveni kwale yanhlekelele sabuya saza la.
Okay. No, sibonge kakhulu. So Nontobeko is saying that while they are receiving assistance, there's still uncertainty about how the family will be moving going forward. Back to you, Ayanda.
Nkosikhona Duma, thanks very much indeed. Really heartbreaking recollections there, treated with great reverence. Nkosikhona Duma is our reporter, live to us there from KwaZulu-Natal, as we continue tracking the big story around the flooding and the devastation that resulted in the aftermath of that.